Good morning, friends. It's our last Monday together. Can you believe it? We traveled all the way through the alphabet from A to Z. I really enjoyed when we did the letter X because we got to go back and see where all we had been, and that was fun. So we've X, Y, Z. So Miss Daphne took you traveling last week, and now it's my turn to take you traveling for our last travel destination. So if Miss Daphne was on the letter Y last week, that means, that's right, Z. We're on the letter Z. The place we're going today really doesn't start with the letter Z, but it does have the letter Z in it, and it is the second word of the place we're going to visit. So we are going to find it on our map first. And remember, I have a globe, which is round. So we do a little spinning when we're with Miss Kelly on Monday. All right, we have to find where we live. So we live right here in South Carolina. And we are gonna spin the globe around, and we are going way down low this week. I hope I don't have, oh, no, I see it, it's right there. We are going to New Zealand. You see it on there? I hope I'm not making it just a big blurb. We're going to New Zealand. So New Zealand is made of two islands, okay? So there's the northern island up top and there's southern island down at the bottom. And you see how it's divided in the middle? So if you lived in New Zealand, you live on an island. That's pretty cool because it's completely surrounded by water. Do you see that? So that means one thing, right? Those of you who are fans of the boat, may take you a little while, but you can get to New Zealand by boat. So let's find where we were. Spin the globe around. We're almost back home. All right, here we go. So our boat, how about if our boat went backwards today? I don't know. It's hard for this boat and this globe. So we're going down and around. We're still traveling in our boat, but we made it. I bet if you took a real boat trip though, they would find a way to go down and around, because I think it would be closer that way. But we always know we can take our plane there also. So that's a lot of spinning, so I'm not gonna spin again, but we could fly to New Zealand and then we could take a boat ride when we're there, since it's an island. I don't think there would be many trains in New Zealand because there are two islands. There are a lot of buses, and that's how you get around town in New Zealand, but I'm not sure how many trains you would find since it is a country separated into two islands. And we couldn't get there by car, but we could probably rent a car when we got there to travel around and see the fun sights in New Zealand. All right, speaking of fun sights, let's talk about some fun things that are in New Zealand. Okay, New Zealand. There are sheep, lots and lots of sheep. There are approximately 9 sheep for every one person. So I bet if you lived in New Zealand, you might have a sheep as your pet. Can you imagine a pet sheep? I guess when you got his wool, you could have a nice coat to wear on a trip, because I don't think you're gonna need a big fluffy coat anytime in New Zealand. Maybe if you travel to the mountaintops, you would. All right, kiwi. How many of you have ever eaten kiwi? I love kiwi, but it's kind of weird looking because it's fuzzy looking on the outside, but then when you cut it open, you get this. How many of you have tried that? Kiwi. It's green and it looks like it's got little seeds in it, but they're pretty tasty. So once you get through its outer fuzzy layer, the inside's really yummy. Sometimes that's how some of us are, right? Like when you're hanging out with a new friend, you got to figure out their outside fuzzy layer, and then you get inside and it's really sweet in the center. It's a good reminder about how to look at our friends. All right, next thing is a kiwi bird. How many of you have heard of a kiwi bird? All right, kiwi birds live in New Zealand, and it's like a little chicken you would see here, but he has a really long nose, and the kiwi bird and the kiwi fruit don't have much in common except for, sorry, I'm trying to get my picture up, except for they both kind of look fuzzy on the outside. See his long nose? So if you were in New Zealand, you would probably see a kiwi bird somewhere. Do you see something that this bird doesn't have? Can you spot it? Nope, no wings. It's a flightless bird. A kiwi bird stays on the ground all the time. He has no wings to fly. All right. Next up down here is the Morai people. That is who first settled in New Zealand. So when I was watching my video, which I'm going to send you, I was like, oh, I've seen that before. So they decorate their faces because each face represents a different god that they believe in. So they have a god for each thing. And that is just what the people believe in. And so when you see the people and they have their face all painted, it's because they're representing that. And they do dances, and you'll see in the video they stick out their tongue a lot. But it was very interesting to find out that to them, that meant something. So when you get your video, you'll understand more what I'm talking about, and they can explain it a little better than Miss Kelly can without pictures. How fun is it that we don't go to many places that the language is English? So in New Zealand, you wouldn't have any trouble ordering your food or asking for directions because they speak English. I'm sure it sounds a little different than our Greenville, South Carolina English, but you would be speaking the same language if you travel there. And the weather is perfect for me. Miss Kelly doesn't like to be cold. So in New Zealand, for a good part of the year, it is warm there. So probably even on the hot side, but that would be okay with me. I enjoyed traveling with you this year, and I so wish we were in the classroom together to enjoy our last little travel excursions that we went on. But I promise that when you can pick up your stuff, you'll have your passport, and we'll try to have the passport stamps of the places we visited so that you can complete your passport books when you get those back. So I hope you have a wonderful Monday, and I enjoyed spending my time with you, and I will send you some other videos so you can see some other fun things in New Zealand. Have a great day.